Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. We are here with day 5 of the spotlight on Taco Fiesta. Super fun stamp set. If you want to know all about the stamp set, please go to day 1 video and it will give you a full walkthrough of everything. Also, everything is labeled down in the description box below. Everything that I used here today. Okay, so today's project, as you can see, is a super cute window box for the Tajin Seasoning. So if you've never had Tajin Seasoning, you probably have, you just didn't know what it was. It's super delicious. You could put it on fruit to kind of make it like it's not really spicy. I don't want to say spicy, but you could put it on fruit. You could put it in elote, which is Mexican street corn. Put it in your tacos. It's basically like chili pepper, sea salt, lime juice. I can't really see that. The writing is, it's white on green, so it's really hard to see it. That's pretty much all it is. It's just like a chili lime seasoning, which is really good. And you get these little jars of it like this. You can get it at Dollar Tree, you can get it at Walmart, Food Lion, wherever you go. Super fun craft fair gift, especially if you're doing a spring one, which is usually the spring ones are in April or May. So Cinco de Mayo, right? Or, if you're doing a little party at your house, this is a great favor, or at a kid's school or whatever. So I used the You Spice Up My Life, and I did the little chili pepper, and then I did a little chili pepper and a lime because it's chili pepper and lime. So yeah, put a little DSP on the sides, put a little ribbon, and it was super fun. I love it. I'm loving these window boxes. I go through phases off and on. I will do a window box and I won't, so now I'm back on window boxes. So you're going to see a lot of these. But alright, let's get to the tutorial. Okay, so we need our paper trimmer, and we need a piece of paper that is 8 1/4 by 7 1/2. So I'm just going to do my 8 1/4 here. And flip it around and do my 7 1/2. Okay, so the short side is on top, and on the short side we're going to measure at 1 1/2. One and a half, 3, 4 1/2, and 6. Okay, we're going to turn it around and we're going to score it at 1/2 inch. 2. You can rotate it and do the same thing on the other side, or just keep going to 6 1/4 and 7 3/4. However you prefer. You just need the 1/2 inch and go down to 2 on both sides. Okay. So let's go ahead and varnish this so you can see the lines. Yes, I burnish crazy. Whatever line I feel like varnishing first, that's what varnishes first. There's no rhyme or reason. With that one, I think it was the middle line. Just as long as you get that nice crisp crease in there, it don't matter. Okay, so we have our box, looks like this. Now our usual right side. We don't need this, 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 and we don't need this. Right? So this makes this area right here your centerpiece where we're going to take that middle out, where you're going to put your die cut. So you can do all your cutting first if you want, and then do your die, or you can do your die first and then cut. It just depends on what size machine you have. I have the Sizzix switch, which I can lay mine completely out like this, and it's just fine. Some people will have to fold until they can fit it. You could fit it in the mini embossing. If you fold it all up, you're just going to have a little bit of an imprint on the back, which to me, that's not a huge deal. So I'm going to run mine, and then I will show you. Alright, so if you are having your paper the same way that I have mine, the second from the left is going to be your window. I have mine kind of closer to the top than I do the bottom, only because that's where I want to put it. And I just get a piece of tape, which I don't even know where my tape is right now. And just kind of tape it down. You want to use your washi tape, your sticky notes, whatever tape you have that it won't ruin your paper. And then just kind of tape it in place and then run it through. Okay. Keep your piece, because that's what you're going to use to make your tag, which I already have mine done. There it is. So all I did was run the same rectangle that I used on the front of this. I ran it through basic white, and then I took the piece out of here, and I cut off the basic white around it and just stuck it in the middle. Or you can just do a rectangle with your paper trimmer that measures roughly 2 1/4 by 1 inch. So either way, it doesn't matter. Alright, so for this one, I just use packing tape for the window. You can use acetate window sheet. Actually, we do have window sheet in the catalog, don't we? If you're going to use a window sheet, you're just going to tape it around the back. If you want this packing tape, little faux tutorial, well, it is a tutorial, you're just going to take a piece of packing tape, and you're going to just cover the back. Make sure you have some type of mat that you can peel it off of and it's not dirty. And then you're going to put it on the front as well. Now, the only problem with that is that you do have to mat so you don't see that tape, right? Or you just, put glitter on the sticky, however you want to do it. But let's go ahead and use window sheet, acetate, clear, whatever, clear paper, sometimes it's called. I have a piece on my desk, but obviously I can't see it. Okay, so mine is cut just slightly under 1.5 by 4, and I think it's still a little bit too big, so I'm just going to cut off a tiny little piece of my acetate. I'm going to flip over to the back. I'm going to use my tear and tape, or whatever you have. I'm going to use the 1/8 of an inch. You could probably use a 1/4 inch too, but I'm just going to use 1/8 of an inch. And just kind of fit it in here. Wherever you want. Here we go. You could use vellum if you don't have acetate. My acetate is clear right now. It just has the tissue paper backing on it, just so I know where it is. See? It's clear. And what I'm going to do is add some more tape actually on my acetate, the top and the bottom, because it is longer. So I just want to make sure it has a good adhesion on here, right? I love window boxes. Okay. So if I'm doing a window box and I'm putting something like sequin mix or something like that in there, I will take a dryer sheet and just kind of rub this to get rid of the static cling. Alright, just line this up, making sure you're covering up all the sticky. varnish this in really, really well. Because you don't want your acetate lifting up every time you put your Tajin in and out the box, right? Okay. So what I'm going to do is just take a lint-free cloth and wipe off the fingerprints. You can also use like a dried baby wipe or one of those. I had a towel from my dad's garage. These actually are makeup lint-free cloths. I got them on Amazon. They were like $3. So there we go. Okay. So now we're ready to cut. So I flipped it back over to the correct side. And let's go ahead and cut everything out. Again, the bottom right and the top right. 2 panels. We don't need the boxes with the rectangles. And we're going to go ahead and miter our flap here. She did not do a very good job. There we go. Okay. I'm just seeing if I need to cut. I do. I'm going to cut off this teeny sliver. I don't always do that. It just helps me sometimes. Alright, again, we're just going to take our scissors and, oops, cut up. I got a little crazy there. It's okay. It'll still be fine. And of course, it has to be the top of the box. That's okay. And you're going to cut all the way up. Both sides on the top and the bottom. These are our flaps. We're going to cut off roughly half. We're going to miter them. Same stuff, right? And yes, I do look for stuff wherever I'm at, usually Dollar Tree, that I can turn into boxes that I feel would be in a cute box. Because I love making boxes. Now that I know how to math it, good to go. Alright, and cut off half, and we're going to miter it, and miter it, corner round and corner round. To both sides. Oh, this one I did not cut very well, so I'm going to just trim this up just a little bit. I still have the majority of the score line. So I know that's going to prevent my box from closing smoothly. See that tiny little sliver? That's it. Probably wouldn't have been a huge difference, but I took it off. Alright, so let's go ahead and see our nice acetate in there. And I'm going to glue my tab and put it together. Okay, well, I'm going to unclog my glue, then glue my tab and put it together. Okay. Okay, that box lined up perfectly. It looks gorgeous. You can use your Versamark and make your own designer paper on this if you would like. Cute little chili peppers going all around the box would be really cute. I'm going to put my Tajin in there. And there we go. Now, if you have directional paper and you accidentally put your die closer to the bottom than the top, or the top, you know, if you did it the opposite way, it doesn't matter. Nobody knows what it's supposed to look like. So if your bigger chunk is on the bottom, put it on the bottom. If your bigger chunk is on the top, put it on top. It doesn't matter, right? Alright, so gorgeous window, and I'm going to put this here. I probably should have made this a different color, huh? You can, if you want to make it horizontal or diagonally, It doesn't matter. I feel like I need something though. Like the box is missing something. Alright, so I decided I'm going to add some strips of that, what's it, Dandy Delight paper. So I'm going to go ahead and take my Tajin out. Now, you can, if you want to, cover this first with your, you know, your designer series paper, then cut everything out. But if you're like me and you didn't think of that beforehand and you already have done everything, you already put your acetate so you can't trace that rectangle placement, just paper piece above and below it. Look, it looks just as gorgeous. You can paper piece these little sides, but that's just too much for me, so I'm not going to do that. I don't craft hard, so if I can do anything to make my life easy, it's going to be easy. And just paper piecing this is super easy. So I do need a new blade on my paper trimmer though. I got some raggedy edges. It's time. When you're using the paper trimmer and you get raggedy edges, the first thing you want to do is clean your track, because sometimes that's all it is. What I mean by that is this little track line right here. I just take a piece of cardstock or something and just run it down, and then you'll see all the yuck that was in your track. So sometimes that's all you need to clean it out, and then your blade is fine. When you need a new blade, you can clean that track 50 times, get that little spray stuff, the computer spray stuff, to get everything out. Make sure your blade doesn't have any like vinyl or sticker or whatever on there. Check all of that out, and if you do all that and your paper still comes out raggedy, that means it's time for a new blade. See, my paper's raggedy on this. You can't really tell because this paper is a little loud. There you go. So that's what you do. And the blades come in a 4-pack. Every time I place an order, I grab more blades. Just so you always have, I don't even know what I did with them. Just so you always have them. And then also, if the style of paper trimmer is Stampin' Up! Decides to upgrade, here we go, then you have blades. The other paper trimmer that Stampin' Up! Had, I absolutely loved it, and I didn't get blades every time I ordered, and so when I ran out of blades, that was it. I can't use it anymore, and it was one of my favorites. This has actually, the new trimmer that they have now is actually more favorite than the other one, because somebody gifted me the blades for the old paper trimmer, and I went back to use it and I was like, ugh, I like the new one better. So, you know, I just was used to the other one. So anyway, I really do love this one, so I do get the blades every time I place an order. I probably have like 10 packs of blades, so let's say 40 blades, but it's okay. I do it like every other order or whatever. A lot of people do it during celebration. They buy a whole bunch of blades just so they can get the free item, which is a smart idea, because the blades don't go out of style, right? Okay. Alright, so, and I'm out of tape runner. And my glue is clogged in. Oh, here we go. Okay. And somebody just texted me. Oh, of course. So, you know, everything at once. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and build our box again. Put our Tajin back in. And then I'm going to put the Spice Up My Life a little diagonal. I may add something else. I don't know. I don't know yet. Again, you can do it this way, whichever way you want. I just kind of liked it like this, which is so not like me. There you go. I'm gonna have to move it up just a little bit higher so that way the chili pepper isn't interfering with the box standing up. It's a little less green on the top, but that's okay. You can add another chili pepper up there, another lemon. You could put lime slices all on there. You can really jazz it up. What I'm going to do is tie a knot just because I have this ribbon right here. And I'm just going to tie a knot on the top and call it done. That's my chair, by the way. That sounds like a whistle of some sort. Cut this one just a little bit more. So I think this is absolutely adorable. Great way, again, great craft fair item, great way for Taco Tuesday, little placemat. You could put another piece of the designer series paper, the DSP, on top if you want. I'm going to leave mine open so that way it's, you know, it's open here, open there, like so. How fun is that? All right, well, I hope you guys like this project. Thanks for watching. Bye.